Good afternoon. Thanks for taking the time to watch our presentation. My name is Donald Blau. Me and my partner Brittany Robinson will be talking about the Our Lady of Angels school fire. In this presentation, I will briefly discuss the loss of life that occurred due to the absence, misuse, and or failure of fire protection and detection systems, as well as some of the changes that were made following the fire. Just going into my first slide, just a brief background of the incident. December 1st, 1958, Our Lady of Angels School in Chicago, Illinois experienced one of the deadliest school fires in U.S. history. The fire claimed the lives of 92 people who were mostly students, young students, but also 3 nuns. The fire essentially was started in a trash can by a student that supposedly threw matches into a trash bin. That fire quickly spread up a wooden stairwell and into the hallway outside of the door, where it continued to spread throughout the school. Just some of the fire detection and protection system failures that led to the loss of life. There were actually several things that played a role in the loss of life. First and foremost, the school didn't have fire sprinklers, fire doors, or fire alarms at the time of the fire. The absence of these things made it easier for the fire to spread rapidly and made it more difficult for people to escape. Additionally, the school had a history of fire code violations and had not been inspected by the fire department for several years prior to the fire. As I've stated in this slide, throughout my bullet points, I believe that with the proper fire detection and protection systems in place, number one, alarms could have detected the smoke and alerted people in the school, which could have signaled an evacuation, first and foremost. Secondly, sprinklers could have been beneficial, as they could have quickly put out the fire in the trash bin before the fire spread up the stairs and into the hallways. And lastly, the proper doors in place could have contained the fire to the stairwell. I think all 3 of these things, could have given the students and staff more time to exit the building. And I think just these few things, as well as fire extinguishers and other deficiencies, such as absence of proper fire exits, combustible construction materials, and inadequate fire drills, and no evacuation procedure, all contributed to the high death toll of the fire. Some of the changes that were made following the tragedy. Lastly, I would just like to end by pointing out some of the things regarding fire safety that have changed. To name a few, I think the fire highlighted the need for stricter building codes, as well as the installation of fire alarms and fire sprinklers that became a requirement, especially in schools and public buildings. I think the fire also pointed out the need for improvement when it came to fire drills, as well as emergency preparedness. Fire prevention education also became more practiced and taught in schools and in the community. Organizations began offering fire prevention programs that really help people understand how important fire safety is and how to prevent fires from starting in the first place. Lastly, just into my last slide, some of the sources that me and Brittany Robinson used. Thanks for taking the time to watch our presentation.